Modi is all set to visit Tiruparankuntram near Madurai on the 1st of March. This is his big outreach to southern Tamil Nadu. And remember, the first visit of Prime Minister Modi as part of the larger NDA campaign was in Maduranthakam, which was in northern part of Tamil Nadu. Now, Prime Minister Modi is all set to visit Tiruparankuntram, the controversial site of the Kartikai Deepam, a Deepam which is considered sacred by the Hindu community. Prime Minister Modi will also unveil key projects in Tamil Nadu. This is closer to the election announcement, could be one of his last rallies to the poll-bound state. My colleague Vijay Gopal joins us with more details on this. Vijay, big news there. Prime Minister Modi all set to address an NDA rally in Madurai. Tiruparankuntram, the place where the Kartikai Deepam controversy broke out and became a political flashpoint. In fact, the DMK also moved an impeachment motion against Justice G.R. Swaminathan, the High Court judge who passed that order for the Deepam to be lit. And this clearly is an open challenge to the DMK.
Well, Vasudha, that's right. In three aspects, it is very important meeting of Prime Minister Modi in Madurai, which is scheduled on March 1st. One is he is likely to inaugurate AIIMS Hospital in Madurai. Remember, just before 2024 elections, DMK took AIIMS campaign against BJP-led government, saying that BJP failed to give AIIMS to Madurai. So this time, just before 2026 elections, Prime Minister Modi likely to inaugurate AIIMS first phase of hospital. So in a way, they are setting narrative saying that BJP government is doing many things to Tamil Nadu Tamil Nadu for welfare of Tamil Nadu people. So second aspect is likely to visit Tiruparankuntram, like you mentioned, where exactly the Deepam controversy happened. So it is also a message to DMK government. The BJP is very keen and in support of Murugan devotees, where there was a huge controversy for past 2 months in terms of lighting Kartikai Deepam in top of Tiruparankuntram hill. Thirdly, he is going to be a part of massive NDA campaign where all NDA ally leaders to be part of this campaign. After Maduranthakam event targeting southern Tamil Nadu, this meeting is going to be very important for NDA to set tone for 2026 election, Vasudha.
Absolutely. Thank you, Vijay Gopal, for those three important points. Prime Minister Modi likely to address an important NDA rally in Tiruparankuntram in Madurai this time in his big outreach to poll-bound Tamil Nadu. Now, moving on to the big political story today, Delhi police have arrested Indian Youth Congress President Uday Bhanu Chib in connection with the Shirtless protest during the recently held AI Impact Summit at Bharat Mandapam. Now, he is the 8th person to be arrested in this case. Police have said that the protest was pre-planned and they have also invoked charges including criminal conspiracy, obstruction of public servants and attempting to incite disorder. Now, after 20 hours of questioning, Uday Chib was produced before Patiala House Court today and then he was sent to 4 days of police custody. Now, the case has been transferred to the crime branch. Uday Bhanu Chib's lawyer has said that he was not present at the protest site. He has called the action excessive. He has also said that protest is a democratic right. And then came the big support. Leader of opposition, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has backed the Youth Congress workers, saying that peaceful protest is part of India's democratic legacy. But the police, however, say that the matter is serious as the event had global dignitaries present and further questioning is needed to establish how the protest was planned. So, big question we ask today, is this a legitimate security crackdown at a high-profile global event, or is this just an attempt to criminalize a political protest? Before we get in our guest, here are some reactions.
हमारे जो यूथ कांग्रेस के बब्बर शेर हैं, हमारे यूथ कांग्रेस के लोग, हमारे कार्यकर्ता बब्बर शेर, आप किसी से नहीं डरोगे, आप किसी से नहीं डरोगे। आप में कांग्रेस पार्टी का खून है, देशभक्ति का खून है। आप हरी क्रांति लाए, आपने देश को अनाज दिया, भोजन दिया, वही काम नरेंद्र मोदी ने खत्म किया है। आपको डरने की जरूरत नहीं है।
राहुल गांधी अब राष्ट्र विरोधी ताकतों के प्रवक्ता बन गए हैं, भारत विरोधी एजेंडा चलाते हैं, नकारात्मक राजनीति को बल देते हैं, अराजकता फैलाने का प्रयास करते हैं। इंडिया एआई समिट, जिसकी प्रशंसा पूरी दुनिया कर रही है, बहुत सफल समिट हुई, वहां पर शेमलेस और शर्टलेस नंगा नाच करके अभद्र प्रदर्शन करते हैं। राहुल गांधी जी की राजनीति क्या विदेशों से तय हो रही है? क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी विदेशियों का एजेंडा चला रही है?
Those who are agitating for the people, those who are raising the voice of the common people, those who are raising the voice of the farmers. The government is not hearing them. Prime Minister is not ready to hear them. Prime Minister is not ready to hear the voice of the leader of opposition also in the parliament.
जो हुड़दंगी हंगामे के हरफन मौला हैं वो जिस तरह के व्यवहार करते हुए दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं वो कभी भी किसी भी डेमोक्रेसी के लिए ठीक नहीं, ना कंट्री के लिए ठीक है, ना कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए ठीक है। कांग्रेस की स्थिति क्या बनी है कि जब बिल्ली के भाग से छीका नहीं फूटा तो बिल्ली जो है वो खिसियानी बिल्ली खंबा नोचने लगी।
Well, Mahima Singh of the Congress Party joins us now. We also have Rohan Gupta of the BJP. Thank you both of you for being part of this broadcast. Rohan, I ask you first, if this was a protest and that too in bad taste, condemn it. Why invoke serious charges like criminal conspiracy? Because in a democracy, people do have the right to protest.
Absolutely, and nobody is against the right to protest. We have seen that leader of opposition calling a central minister traitor inside the parliament premises. So where is the question that they cannot protest? They have protested inside the parliament also. They have sent their MPs close to the PM chair to protest. So who says that there is no right to protest? Absolutely, every Indian, every political party, every worker has right to protest. But when you cross your line, when you insult 140 crores of Indians, where it is the international stage, where international dignitaries, the leaders, the media, everybody is present, obviously you have to draw a line. This is not the place to protest. It's not a political party office. It's not a political place. This is something where there has to be a moral line. As you know, Vasudha, there is a freedom of expression. But when that freedom of expression crosses the line and hurts somebody's image or something else, I think obviously you have to draw a line there. So I think in name of freedom of expression or right to protest, you cannot cross the line and hurt the sentiments of 140 crores of Indians.
Okay.
And forget about BJP or central government. You see social media, you ask anybody, even a Congress supporter, normal case, he is not happy with this kind of...
We're not, I mean,
Even
nobody is
Congress
happy
leaders
with the
have
protest, but we also don't
realized
want people to get arrested, right? This is also politics of taste. The point is, all of us said that this probably was not the right place to do this, but nobody wants people to get arrested because you didn't like a certain way of protesting, right?
See, when Vasudha, when there are international dignitaries present, it's not about the agitation. It is about the breach of security also. Please understand, these are all international delegates, the international leaders, the CEO of the global companies. So it is a breach of the security issue also.
Okay,
So
Mahima saying this is all about law taking its own course, process.
Absolutely.
So is the Congress party turning this into a political confrontation? Because I know that you guys would have also been prepared for this, isn't it? Because this was a high-risk protest, but you went through it and this was probably expected. Mahima.
Jai Hind. Vasudha, I'll set the premise for my nuance on your show today by showing this picture at first. You look at this picture and what you see is right at the top, at the helm, you see Anil Vij, one of the tallest BJP leaders in Haryana. And you can see how naked they are, not only in their approach and spirit, but in their attire as well. And now the BJP speaks of nakedness, of national insult. I'll tell you what is national insult. National shame is when daughters of a cabinet minister are named in Epstein files. National shame is when the data of our country is sold out to America in the name of a trade deal, which has now been, those tariffs that scheme is scrapped by the US Supreme Court. If only our PM had waited for a couple of more weeks, we would have probably saved the interests of our farmers and industrialists. But today I'm reminded of the time when PM Modi was visiting Australia in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And the US Parliament chose to screen the banned documentary, the Godhra documentary, which is banned in India, and no other than Akashi Bhatt, Sanjeev Bhatt's daughter, who's also been wrongfully incarcerated for all these years, was a part of a panel discussion there while the Prime Minister Modi was there in Australia. So this national shame has been going on for 11 years, and at behest of whom? At behest of those who were elected to protect the image of our country and to protect the sovereignty. Alas, under the watch of those very people, thousands and thousands of Indians have been...
But Mahima, let's see, if it was a peaceful protest, why did it take place at a high security international event? Because let's accept it, even your own allies have said that this is a bad idea.
Need I remind you, Vasudha, of the Commonwealth Games, what happened during that time? And Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, our national president, has today actually said it from a stage. Need I remind you how the BJP leaders and workers stopped the cars right outside the event sites?
Okay,
Commonwealth
Rohan Gupta, that's a
was
valid point. Does the yardstick change, for a party because it's become the ruling party now, and if it was in opposition, then the benchmark is different?
I think she only answered when she said that the cars were stopped outside the venue. That's what I'm saying. If you are going inside the venue,
People's
it means
cars,
you are just
people's
breaching.
cars.
I
No,
never
no, no,
spoke
no.
in between. I
Not
never.
their cars.
Let's not
Not
do
their
that.
cars.
Mahima, let him
Let's
finish.
not do
No,
that.
no, no,
I never
Vasudha,
spoke in
he's
between.
he's
This
showing
is
the
what
wrong
she
picture.
spoke.
Okay, Mahima, I'll come back to you. Let him
Outside
finish his
by the
point.
Again, I'm
BJP
saying.
Mahima, I'll come back to you. Let him finish his
No,
point.
BJP
Nobody is
leaders
talking
showed black
about
flags
right to
right
protest.
Rohan Gupta,
I'm
yeah.
not telling about
Let's have Rohan Gupta.
protest. Anybody has right to protest. But going inside the venue where international dignitaries are there, that is where you are crossing the line. That's what we are saying. You have to stop somewhere where every party, all your allies, all your senior leaders, majorly of them, they are against this act. I think it is really shameful. They are still defending that.
But
And you're
Rohan,
talking
are you
about
setting a
crime?
precedent
This is
that
the
protests at
Justice
international
Department
events will
on
be treated as criminal acts? Nobody is saying that the protest was a good idea, but does it become a criminal act is the question here.
Absolutely, it's a breach of security. So let the police decide. If police has taken action and they feel that no, it is illegal action, they can go
So
to
Rohan,
court
does
and
this
get the
not
case.
validate the Congress's criticism that the opposition's voice is
Absolutely
being
not.
silenced? Because the
Again,
first
I'm
thing that
saying,
IYC
the
did
whole-
was it brought out a press conference saying that we are being silenced. Now, the point
See,
is they
this
will
is
say that
about
this is exactly what happens.
That Vasudha, that event was not of BJP. That event was not of any political nature. That event was not a private event. That was an event where the country was represented. It is like it's a government event where everybody was present. They were displaying their research.
Yeah.
They were showing what India is doing. There were international dignitaries. It's a security protocol. It was not that anybody was allowed to enter. There was a security.
So that's an important point, Mahima. This
Breach the security
was
protocol.
an event for the country because everyone is trying to understand how AI is going to disrupt their lives or how it can be used as an opportunity. Clearly, this is something that was a miscalculated step by the Congress party, or do you still support the
It is out
idea
of
that the
frustration.
IYC did that thing?
Firmly, I support the idea firmly because a deaf and a blind government needs to be awakened. And if now is not the time, I don't know when, but let me set the scores right before I make a couple of more critical points here. Vasudha, the BJP spokesperson, true to his form, has tweaked the narrative to his own convenience. I was saying that this stopped the cars of the various functionaries at the events.
You
They
said
showed
outside
black
the venue.
flags. They
I
showed
didn't
black
say that.
flags in front of the
You
venues,
said
in
outside
front of
the
the
venue.
event venues. There
You
are
just
pictures,
rewind the
videos
debate
out
and
there.
here.
I don't want to get into a rhetoric with the BJP, not
No,
unlike,
it is not about
unlike
rhetoric.
their
This is what
style.
you spoke.
We shall make
Rohan,
some.
let him finish.
said.
Let him finish, yeah.
You see, there he is out there, the BJP doing what they truly do. Now, let me just say, Vasudha, let me remind you of G20, which just happened last year. Last year, G20, during G20, the BJP had put those green curtains in front of the areas where the poverty ridden areas were, in front of the slums. They had put those green curtains. Similarly, they think that they can hide behind curtains, they can hide behind these summits, and the BJP spokesperson said it was not a BJP summit. I want to question, on what criteria are people given the stakes in these events? Galgotias. Have we forgotten what happened on the first day? That robo-dog, how the national shame was brought to the country at a summit which was meant to elevate our positioning in terms of, AI and technology. But Galgotias, a university, goes on ruining that reputation that our, technology, that our engineers and our experts are building. So,
Okay. Right, Mahima, that's a point. But I do believe that a lot of your genuine criticism gets lost because the focus is on this protest, which I think had, is completely rightfully okay. But of course, the timing of it is questionable. Yeah.
Vasudha, we have demanded a probe and investigation into how people are granted spots in these summits and conferences. Can the BJP answer that?
Okay.
Will the BJP actually tell the
Rohan, is it actually better for you that the attention is on this and not on a lot of other aspects?
See, Vasudha, that's what I'm saying. Congress is going all over the place. the kind of T-shirt they
No, because some of the criticism is genuine
compromised.
criticism. They've been
I am-
pointing those things out.
All of it.
let me tell you, the only objective of the protest was saying that we didn't do trade deal properly and all. You tell me from the date the trade deal is announced, you tell me one concrete thing where Congress can prove that this is anti-farmer or anti-Indians. No, absolutely not. They are making all these idiotic statements.
No, but
and
you
all.
also
But
say
where is
that
the
the
substance?
anti-India
I am
is something
ready to
that you
debate.
use.
I am ready to debate, Vasudha, that even not even a single point where the interest of our farmers had been hurt. They don't have anything specific. They are talking about Epstein file. I am showing the Department of Justice letter of US government where clearly it says none of the Indian leaders' name is there in politically impacted people. Then what are they talking about? Even Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's name is there in Epstein file. So what is the narrative?
Okay, 10
Is there any
seconds.
narrative? No.
Mahima, 10
How
seconds,
can you
closing
say that
remarks,
PM
ma'am.
is compromised?
Yeah, I'm
Last
completely out of time,
30
Rohan. Closing
30
remarks,
seconds,
Mahima.
Vasudha, 30 seconds. Now they are talking about somebody getting chance in AI Summit. They are overlooking 300 other exhibitors where same kind of robodog has been designed by Indian companies. Why Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not
Okay,
tweeted again?
Mahima,
That
is
he has
your
designed a
criticism
political-
non-serious? That's the allegation that Rohan is charging you with.
No, you see, we'll not, we do not concede to the BJP any authority where they can tell whether our criticism is right or wrong. It is not us, Vasudha. It is majority of Indians. When the opposition questions, 60% of Indians question who have voted for the opposition parties in this country. Either the BJP is negating them, either the BJP is negating the mother of Uday Bhanu
Their
Chib,
allies are also
the
not part of
IYC
that.
chairperson.
That is
You see
unfortunate.
the successors of Godse. What can be expected of successors of Godse? Successors of Godse will
So you
only
ask
talk
question to
about...
SP, you ask
Okay, guys,
question to
thank you so
RJD.
much for coming. But clearly, this is something that we'll keep discussing because this case is going to prolong. Thank you, Mahima. Thank you, Rohan, for joining us on this debate. Moving on to the next big story today. In the grand corridors of Parliament, a symbolic shift is stirring a very real political debate. This is about the bust of Edwin Lutyens, the man who designed Imperial New Delhi, that has made way for freedom fighter and India's first Indian Governor General, C. Rajagopalachari, also known as Rajaji. Now, the government calls it long overdue decolonization, while the opposition calls it selective memory and political messaging. So, is the rightful reclaiming of national space, is that being done, or is this quite, is this erasure of very important parts of our own history? And with Tamil Nadu heading into a politically charged season, is this symbolism also doing the heavy lifting of strategy? To discuss this, we are joined by C.R. Kesavan, who is a BJP leader and also the grandson of Rajaji. But first, take a look at some reactions.
A statue of Lutyens, a British architect, was removed and it was replaced with that of Rajaji. The ecosystem is opposing this. They call themselves progressive liberals. World over, the progressives celebrate that the symbols of colonialism are being done away with. But in India, they want the symbols of colonialism and Gulami to persist. They want that those who were the invaders, like the British or the Mughals, their symbols should continue. And they are comfortable with that. But if we celebrate our own legacy, our own culture, our own civilizational heritage, then they have a problem with it.
गुलामी की मानसिकता अगर है तो आप प्रेसिडेंट ट्रम्प के गुलाम क्यों बन गए? ये दिल्ली को बनाने में 100 साल पहले, 150 साल पहले बहुत से ऐसे लोगों का भी योगदान है, इसमें लुटियंस का भी है. जिस लुटियंस जोन में आप प्रधानमंत्री आज रहते हैं वो भी लुटियंस की देन है. फिर आप भारत और विदेश में आप एग्रीमेंट क्यों कर रहे हो? अगर गुलामी को आपको इतनी नफरत है तो ट्रेड डील कैंसिल करो जिससे भारत गुलाम हो गया प्रेसिडेंट ट्रम्प का.
हटाकर, मूर्तियां हटाकर, नाम बदलकर इतिहास बदल दोगे? इतिहास तो यही रहेगा कि लुटियंस ने दिल्ली को बसाया था. ये इतिहास तो नहीं बदल सकते आप. ये तो बसाया हुआ उसी का, सड़कें उसी की बनाई हुई, नक्शा उसी का बनाया हुआ है. तो इस इतिहास को बदल दोगे आप? जहां तक आप औपनिवेशिकवाद की बात कर रहे हो तो उसके तो समर्थक सबसे बड़े आप ही थे. आपकी विचारधारा के सारे लोग उसी का समर्थन कर रहे थे. स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में कौन था आप में से? आपके माफीनामे हैं, ऐतिहासिक दस्तावेज.
We are joined by C.R. Kesavan, BJP leader and grandson of Rajaji. Thank you, Mr. Kesavan, for your time. What do you make of the honor now accorded to Rajaji? The opposition says that this is simply erasure of history in the name of decolonizing the mind.
First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Honorable President Draupadi Murmu ji, who unveiled the bust sculpture of Pujya Rajaji yesterday at Rashtrapati Bhavan, and also express our earnest gratitude to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who had sent a very poignant message which was read out during the week-long Rajaji Utsav celebrations which commenced yesterday. I would say with all due respect, just not Rajaji, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has dismantled colonial vestiges, and the erstwhile Congress regimes were celebrating symbols of slavery, but the Prime Minister has broken this Macaulay mindset. And very importantly, he has also rightfully restored the respect and the glorious legacies and contributions of great patriots and nationalists. During the erstwhile Congress regimes after independence for decades, deliberately great heroes and heroines of our freedom movement, their sacrifices, selfless sacrifices and contributions were sidelined and marginalized. But only after Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji assumed leadership, we have seen how these, and it's very important because these stories have come to light and the contributions to nation building and the freedom movement. And a younger generation is now aware. I'll just say one example. You take the case of the tribal communities, great contribution to the independence movement. It was hitherto unknown. Only after Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji ensured that the great Bhagwan Birsa Munda ji's birth anniversary was celebrated as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. And then Prime Minister was the first Prime Minister of India to visit the birthplace of Bhagwan Birsa Munda ji. So this shows how these stories which were completely whitewashed from our history, the historical course correction has happened under Prime Minister Modi ji, and he has, restored the respect of these great patriots.
That's an important point that you make, Mr. Keswan. But what do you believe Rajaji himself would have thought of this honor? Because he was a public intellectual who also understood political nuance. There are critics who say that BJP is foregrounding him now because it wants electoral traction in Tamil Nadu. How do you respond to the charge by the opposition that the party, BJP, selectively appropriates icons for political dividends?
Look at the parochial mindset of the Congress party. They always use religion, region, language as a tool to divide. That is the history of the Congress party and their allies. People like Ambedkar ji, Rajaji, Netaji and Patel ji, they belong to the nation and they belong to posterity. And I just want to add one thing. Why a person like Rajaji would have been happy with what Modi ji is doing in terms of ushering New India with, crusading Atmanirbhar Bharat and Swadeshi. In 1948, Vasudha ji, Rajaji was the Governor General. And there was an acute food shortage in the country. And what did Rajaji do? There was a 9-hole golf course in Rashtrapati Bhavan. He repurposed it into a agricultural farmland. And Rajaji cultivated wheat symbolically. And he even plowed the land. There are pictures we saw yesterday in the exhibition where Rajaji was plowing, the farmland. And this is the kind of Atmanirbharta our constitution architects and the framers of our freedom, fought for. And that is precisely what Modi ji is doing, breaking the shackles of colonialism and also ushering in a self-reliant Bharat. So these messages of parochialism and negativity by these, I always say that the politics of pessimism and the divisive politics of the Congress party and the allies is why they're being repeatedly rejected by the people. And the younger people, and let me say this with all respect, the younger generation may not even know of Rajaji or may not even have heard of great leaders. But now, and Modi ji started this with Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a year-long celebration, and all of us came to know Rajaji is a known face, but comparatively there are so many unnamed heroes and heroines who have given their lives for our freedom movement and for the country. And those stories are coming to light. Those stories are being respected and revered. I think it's a phenomenal tribute. Prime Minister Modi ji is paying and continues to pay for these stalwarts, and we are all very grateful, for Prime Minister who's doing this course correction of history.
Right, that's an important point. Breaking the shackles of colonialism is important for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you, Mr. Keswan, for joining us. That was C.R. Keswan, BJP spokesperson and the grandson of Rajaji, who joined us. Let's now widen the debate and bring in the Congress perspective. We are joined by Congress MP Karthi Chidambaram. Thank you, Karthi Chidambaram, for joining us. As a parliamentarian, what do you think of Rajaji's bust being installed in the parliament? The BJP says that this is the first time Rajaji is getting the credit and the national recognition that he truly deserves.
Rajaji is a venerated figure, no doubt about that. All of us hold him in high esteem. If the BJP thinks that after all these years that he's being honored for the first time, they are really ignorant, or they are conveniently hiding various truths. There is a practically in every city there is a Rajaji Nagar and a Rajaji High Road or Saleh, including Delhi and Chennai. There is a Rajaji Memorial Hall. I even have a list. In fact, I made a list. There is a Rajaji National Park in Uttarakhand, a Rajaji Memorial in Tamil Nadu, Rajaji Hall in Tamil Nadu, Government Rajaji Hospital in Tamil Nadu, Rajaji Children's Park in Tamil Nadu, Rajaji Saleh in Tamil Nadu, Rajaji Nagar and in many states, and then a Rajaji Road is there even in Cochin, and there's a Rajaji Marg in New Delhi, and then there's a Rajaji Institute of Management in Madhya Pradesh. So if the BJP suddenly thinks that nothing has been named after the first Governor General and former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, I mean, as I said, they're just conveniently spinning things, in an awkward manner. And as far as placing the bust of the first Governor General in Rashtrapati Bhavan, that's fine. But why then erase the architect's memory there? So this is akin to the Taliban breaking the Bamiyan statues in Afghanistan. The BJP is they always suffer from this great inferiority complex and always want to go and erase history which is not in line with their narrative of some sort of a mythological Hindu line of heritage. So,
right. But Karthik, what about the larger argument of decolonizing the mind and declaiming history from an Indian lens? This is what the Prime Minister says. The centre says that it is simply correcting a colonial imbalance and telling our story on our own terms. Why should that be objectionable?
What has happened is what has happened. In our colonial past has happened. We have come out of it. But the fact is, how is this in any way, I mean, is Edward Lutyens, are you suggesting that he subjugated Indians, or the fact that he is an architect, he built many buildings in New Delhi, and he's been remembered only for that. So what signal are they sending? I mean, this is only betrays a very strong inferiority complex. Somehow thinking that by removing a statue and replacing it with another statue, we are somehow asserting ourselves. The way we will assert ourselves is if we build new institutions and using newer technologies which will stand the test of time. I mean, I wish they had built another large public space and named it after the first Governor General. No harm in keeping the first Governor General's bust in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. But they could have, the point is you must create new institutions and new structures and name them instead of going back in history and trying to, tinker with it all the time.
Very interesting point, Karthi. I also want to understand the political impact in Tamil Nadu, whether it is the Sengol, repeated references to Subramania Bharati that even the Prime Minister makes, or the invocation of Thiruvalluvar, the Prime Minister and the centre, we have seen have increasingly foregrounded Tamil icons. They have repeated them, they've used references to them. Do such moves meaningfully shift public perception of the BJP in the state? How are people of Tamil Nadu looking at this?
This is only a seasonal remembrance of Tamil culture and Tamil icons. This has zero impact electorally. The BJP's narrative of Hindi Hindutva is not accepted by Tamil Nadu, and their thrust, it's a very North Indian Hindi thrust into the even culturally and otherwise is resisted by Tamil Nadu. So all these things are all cosmetic pronouncements and announcements which will have zero electoral value.
Right. Thank you, Karthi Chidambaram, for joining us. Clearly, the Rajaji's bust may have been made of bronze, but the debate around this is anything but static. It is fluid between decolonization, something that the Prime Minister often talks about, and political signalling. There is a question that India is still grappling with. So how do you honor history without appearing to edit it? And is that important? And as symbolism and strategy increasingly intersect, the real decision we feel would also come not from the corridors of power but from people themselves. With that, we have some news for you. The cabinet has decided to rename the state of Kerala officially to Keralam. This is the original name of Kerala. Alam means land, land of coconuts. Keralam also shows Kerala as the land of coconuts, and this is to honor the legacy and the cultural traditions and the heritage of Kerala. And this is a resolution that was passed by Kerala Assembly several times in the past. Today, the National Cabinet, the Union Cabinet, has also decided to officially name Kerala as Keralam. The Prime Minister says this is a move that's an effort to connect with the culture of Kerala. Kerala officially becomes Keralam from today. He has also said that the decision of the Union Cabinet on the alteration of the name of Kerala reflects the will of the people of the state, and it is in line with the efforts made by the centre to strengthen the connect that we have with the glorious culture of Kerala. That's the big news that we have for you. The cabinet that convened today, the first meeting of the cabinet at Sevatirth, has finally made an important decision. The name of Kerala has been changed to Kerala. Moving on to another piece of news, the name of Kerala has been changed to Keralam, but Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal and TMC leader, has asked why not Bengal. Bengal Chief Minister has lashed out at the centre and she wants West Bengal to be renamed Bangla. That's the big statement that she has come out with, and this is immediately after the centre announced that it is changing the name of Kerala to Keralam, something that the state government has been wanting for some time now. Mamata Banerjee has also called the central government anti-Bengali. That's the big charge that she's made today. Let's listen in to what she said.
দেখুন কেরালার নাম কেরালা হয়েছে এতে আমরা খুশি কনগ্রাচুলেশন টু কেরালা of my brothers and sisters. কিন্তু সাথে সাথে এটা আমি নিশ্চয়ই বলবো যে আমাদের বাংলা রাজ্যের নাম দেওয়ার ব্যাপারটা আমরা দু তিনবার করে বারবার কেন্দ্রের থেকে সংশোধনী এসছে, যা যা বলেছে সব করে দিয়েছে, কিন্তু গত 5 বছর ধরে বাংলা নামটা কিছুতেই ওরা দিচ্ছে না।
My colleague Ritik Mandal joins us with more details on this. Ritik Mandal, Mamata Banerjee seems upset that Kerala is now Keralam officially, but she wants the same thing for West Bengal. What is the big demand that she has put forward?
Well, Mamata Banerjee is deprived. She said that in spite of the fact that for past 5 years, the West Bengal government continuously pushing and wanting that the West Bengal name of the state to be changed in Bangla, and the Trinamool Congress party has brought resolution in the state assembly as well. Mamata Banerjee went on record, said that they welcome and congratulate the people of Kerala for this name change. The decision has been taken in a very crucial meeting, a cabinet meeting, but the Trinamool Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister has lashed out at the centre and the BJP government for being in hand with the CPIM party just ahead of election, and she said that their demands can be met, can be heard of by the centre. But in spite of the fact that the Trinamool Congress party and the state government is fighting for this name change of West Bengal to Bangla for past 5 years, they are being deprived. See, it shows that the BJP is acting partisanship, and also she went on record and said that this is why she keeps talking that the BJP party or the central government is anti-Bengali. They only speak or prefer Bengal to woo Bengali voters during assembly elections. So it's a big statement, and we can see that it is unfolding another round of slugfest between BJP and TMC once the Chief Minister herself has lashed out at centre government over this name change.
Very interesting. Kerala and West Bengal both are poll-bound states. Mamata Banerjee here, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, saying that the state needs to be named Bangla. This is just minutes after the centre announced that it has officially renamed Kerala to Keralam to reflect its ancient glory. Let's also listen in one more time to what Mamata Banerjee said today.
দেখুন কেরালার নাম কেরালা হয়েছে এতে আমরা খুশি কনগ্রাচুলেশন টু কেরালা অফ মাই ব্রাদার্স অ্যান্ড সিস্টার্স। কিন্তু সাথে সাথে এটা আমি নিশ্চয়ই বলবো যে আমাদের বাংলা রাজ্যের নাম দেওয়ার ব্যাপারটা আমরা দু তিনবার করে বারবার কেন্দ্রের থেকে সংশোধনী এসছে, যা যা বলেছে সব করে দিয়েছে, কিন্তু গত 5 বছর ধরে বাংলার নামটা কিছুতেই ওরা দিচ্ছে না।
Well, moving on to more election-related stories, as battleground Tamil Nadu heats up, here's another political entrant in the mix now. Expelled AIDMK leader and Jayalalitha's former aide, Sasikala is launching her own party on the occasion of former Chief Minister Jayalalitha's birth anniversary. She was a former aide to Jayalalitha. VK Sasikala today announced her return to politics with a new party, adding another player and layer to Tamil politics. It's already crowded there. While Edapadi Palaniswamy remains firmly in control of AIDMK organizations, Sasikala's limited but possibly real influence could be important among certain sections of the Tevar community in southern districts is what we've been told. It could also lead to some vote division in closely fought seats. But how politically relevant is she? That's the big question. My colleague Sam Daniel joins us with more details on this. Sam, what exactly did Sasikala say today? How committed is she? And how important is this political comeback for her? Because remember, such comebacks have happened for her several times. Is she really serious this time?
Vasudha, as we speak, Sasikala is speaking, giving a lengthy account of what happened when Jayalalitha was in bed after she died, when she was in jail, taking on EPS, who she says had betrayed her. This time, she seems to be taking on EPS because although in terms of the support base, it's confined to the Tevar community in southern districts, she may not be able to win. That's something we'll have to wait and watch. But people close to her say her aim is to make sure the leadership of AIDMK presently under EPS will suffer a dent in southern districts, will suffer losses to that extent that he would not be able to become the chief minister again. That seems to be her sole intent. We'll have to wait and watch what she's going to talk about, her party, her strategy and her plan in terms of fielding her candidates. Remember, she remains disqualified. She herself cannot contest. But in that conversation with me, she briefly said she will field candidates. She will also introduce the party's flag today. And then for a specific question, whether her intention is to dent prospects for the AIDMK, she says we'll have to wait and watch. As we speak now, 3 of the key Tevar community leaders remain expelled. Sasikala, O. Pannirselvam and TTV Dinakaran. Dinakaran, of course, is now back into the NDA fold, but O. Pannirselvam and Sasikala remain expelled. And she was quite keen that the NDA at least would take her under their umbrella so that the Tevar community's votes will not get split and will help the party to consolidate its position in southern districts. In fact, speakers who spoke before her, they slammed EPS, O. Pannirselvam, and also tacitly warned BJP that they cannot dare to have an alliance face elections without Sasikala. That's the kind of tone they maintained. We'll have to wait and see what Sasikala would have to say. But AIDMK says she can do nothing. She's a spent force. And they also raised the question of how a person disqualified by court, convicted, that she cannot contest elections now. How can she orchestrate a kind of a process to field candidates?
Well, that's a very important update. Sasikala has called for the united NDA several times in the past, but that has not really worked. But yes, today she has launched her own party and she's saying that she'll be fighting these polls. My colleague Sam Daniel also spoke to Sasikala and this is what she said.
புதிய கட்சி ஆரம்பிக்கப்படுங்க என்ன அனௌன்ஸ்மென்ட்ஸ்
இன்னைக்கு கொடியை அறிமுகம் பண்ணுறோம். மற்றபடி நிறைய விஷயங்களை மக்களுக்கு நான் சொல்ல வேண்டியது இருக்குது. அதுக்காக தான் இந்த 78வது அம்மாவுடைய பிறந்த நாளில் நான் பேச போகிறேன்.
Now on the Congress-DMK talks, there's been an update there. After a series of meetings between Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and party leaders Girish Udankar and Kanimoyi Karunanidhi, what we understand is that the tussle between the parties continues with both sides playing tough. Congress sources told NDTV that the party is insisting on contesting 41 seats in Tamil Nadu, matching the number it fought into 2016, and the party is keen that the 25-seat share from the 2021 does not become the benchmark. The DMK, however, has drawn a firm red line this time, indicating that it is not willing to go beyond 27 seats. It has also ruled out any power-sharing arrangement. As part of ongoing negotiations, the DMK has offered the Congress one Rajya Sabha seat. The Congress is also understood to be in talks with the TVK, Vijay's party, with party leaders believing that this could be the right time to press for a better deal. Now, clarity on the final seat-sharing formula is expected within a week, as discussions are set to continue, is what we understand. Well, disarmament is not a luxury to be enjoyed only in times of peace. It is a means for preventing war, restoring and building trust, saving lives, upholding the principles of humanity. It's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Some moments in life are lifelong. Some memories are lifelong. Blessings are meant to be lifelong. Trust is also placed lifelong.
Heart lifelong, love lifelong, bond lifelong, memories lifelong.
True love is lifelong, isn't it?
Love lifelong, bond lifelong.
We respect our loved ones lifelong too, don't we? Some relationships stay shining lifelong. Just like Tata Power Solar Roof. Best quality solutions, lifelong service guarantee and unmatched expertise. Ye on the quality lifelong.
First India tour in your city. Rug on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go, grab your tickets.
Sound check हो गया? Visuals ready? Lights okay? Everything is ready? Wait, are you ready? ये सिर्फ एक कॉन्सर्ट नहीं है. This is my life. This is my story. One night, no repeats. Book your tickets now.
करियर से अर्ली रिटायरमेंट के लिए रेडी और अपने पैशन को करियर बनाने के लिए भी रेडी. पीएनबी मेटलाइफ रिटायरमेंट प्लान्स के साथ लॉक करें 10.2% गारंटीड एन्युटी रेट फॉर लाइफ ताकि आप रहे ऑलवेज रेडी. पीएनबी मेटलाइफ, ऑलवेज रेडी फॉर लाइफ.
After the roaring success in Delhi, Hyderabad and Mumbai, the NDTV DP World PGTI Golf Pro-Am now travels to Ahmedabad. India's finest professionals, the city's most accomplished business leaders. Great golf, great company. NDTV DP World PGTI Golf Pro-Am. The course of champions, the conversation of leaders. 8th March, Kalhar Blues and Greens, Ahmedabad. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
First India tour in your city. Rag on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
Expert advice. The latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your Automate.
From 1983 to now, I have seen cricket evolve, but the mindset to win never changed. I tell you that what win matches and what doesn't. This T20 World Cup, let's talk cricket, controversies and more on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause, I reflect, I dig.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Signature, India's #1 camera phone. Grab Motorola Signature today.
Disarmament is not a luxury to be enjoyed only in times of peace. It is a means for preventing war, restoring and building trust, saving lives, upholding the principles of humanity, preventing global annihilation. Welcome back. And what is a sensational citizen action transformation? The once environmentally harmful and neglected Benninganalli Hill lake has now a new look. After the Pollution Control Board deemed the lake harmful, citizens sprung into action and they decided to work on the lake as government failed residents. Here's a report.
Was once known as City of Lakes with more than 1,500 lakes. But in fact, you see, all that it's quite an irony that now the city holds only 800 lakes, such as that the number has really dropped down, with that in the GBA as well as the Bengaluru urban district as well. Now we are right now at Benninganalli Lake. Now if you in fact had walked in here in 2019, you find no water here. It was chalked with sewage and weed. But all thanks to Bengaluru group of residents, in fact, who really came forward to ensure that this lake really gets rejuvenated. It was a collective will that they really, came up with to rejuvenate the lake. And today, all thanks to them, that anybody can really walk in here. Children can play as well. I have few of them here to speak about it. So firstly, talk to us about your journey. How chalked it was in 2019 to today. It looks really very beautiful, clean, no foul smell at all.
2019, the lake one could walk through and reach the island by foot, where there are a lot of weeds and no water. But then we realized that this is important, that we rejuvenate this lake. The Association of Pai Layout, young enthusiasts took part, sacrificed their weekends to do 6 months rejuvenation process. Did a lot of work now, and see, now you can see the lake as it is.
Well, that's true that, today it is in a very good form, in fact. Sir, we have seen how that the government or the agencies, in fact, here in our IT city has really failed to maintain the lakes. When we talk about, flooding as such, there have been always a huge issue, and we have often spoken about lakes. Probably this lake somewhere, all thanks to all you, that, it's been rejuvenated. But other lakes we see in a very poor condition today. What is that you would really want to highlight at this point in time for the government as well as for the civic bodies?
As you said that many of the lakes are actually abandoned now. I think government and civic bodies and actually need to come up with it together and to fight these lakes are so important. And then actually, so you said there's so many lakes. I think it is from 3 figures to the 2 figures now. I think that is important.
So that's important to save lakes. In fact, now when we talk about Beneganahalli Lake, you see today it has a children's park, it has an open gym as well. There are various shelters that are really put up here at the lake area, where that anybody can really walk, sit under the shelter, does not have any sort of a foul smell as well. Now that's the beauty of the Beneganahalli Lake. Now this of course stands as an example that how that when the government really failed, the residents took the matter onto their own hands and have rejuvenated the lake here. Needs to be seen going forward. You see, flooding has always been a constant issue here in Bengaluru, but how that the government as well as the the civic bodies ensure that more such lakes are getting rejuvenated in the city. With video journalist Kumar Rituraj Purohit for NDTV in Bengaluru.
Well, that's an example of citizen power in action. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Signature, India's #1 camera phone. Grab Motorola Signature today.
The opening ceremony of the 7th edition of Joint Military Exercise Dharma Guardian 2026 between India and Japan was held today at Foreign Training Node, Chabatia, Uttarakhand, designed to promote the exchange of best practices, tactics and operational procedures. The exercise seeks to further enhance interoperability and deepen professional cooperation between the two armies.
करियर से अर्ली रिटायरमेंट के लिए रेडी और अपने पैशन को करियर बनाने के लिए भी रेडी। पीएनबी मेटलाइफ रिटायरमेंट प्लान्स के साथ लॉक करें 10.2% गारंटीड एन्युटी रेट फॉर लाइफ ताकि आप रहे ऑलवेज रेडी। पीएनबी मेटलाइफ, ऑलवेज रेडी फॉर लाइफ।
We respect our loved ones lifelong too, don't we? Just like Tata Power Solar Roof, best quality solutions, lifelong service guarantee and unmatched expertise. Ye on the quality lifelong.
After the roaring success in Delhi, Hyderabad and Mumbai, the NDTV DP World PGTI Golf Pro-Am now travels to Ahmedabad. India's finest professionals, the city's most accomplished business leaders. Great golf, great company. NDTV DP World PGTI Golf Pro-Am. The course of champions, the conversation of leaders. 8th March, Kalhar Blues and Greens, Ahmedabad. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
First India tour in your city. Rug on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets.
Across the country. He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
Expert advice. The latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your Automate.
From 1983 to now, I have seen cricket evolve, but the mindset to win never changed. I tell you that what win matches and what doesn't. This T20 World Cup, let's talk cricket, controversies and more on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
First India tour in your city. Rug on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets.
Sound check हो गया? Visuals ready? Lights okay? Everything is ready? Wait, are you ready? ये सिर्फ एक कॉन्सर्ट नहीं है. This is my life. This is my story. One night, no repeats. Book your tickets now.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा.
जय मां दुर्गा! और क्यों रोए?
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे, BJP आसपे.
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে.
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
After the roaring success in Delhi, Hyderabad and Mumbai, the NDTV DP World PGTI Golf Pro-Am now travels to Ahmedabad. India's finest professionals, the city's most accomplished business leaders, great
Good evening and welcome. You're on India Matters with me, Shiv Arur. This Tuesday night, let's get you straight to the top stories we're tracking. Youth Congress chief sent to 4 days police custody in connection with the Shirtless protest at the AI Impact Summit.